Hello, hello. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Dr. Debbie. And tonight we are going to be pulling intuitive cards and doing intuitive readings and talking about metaphysics and heart healing and probably a bunch of other things. And so I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful week. I am going to share this on the different platforms. Let's see. It's been an interesting week, that is for sure. Let's see. Sorry, I am going to Unity of Gulfport and sharing it. This event is put on by New Thought Community of Gulfport, also known as Unity of Gulfport. And we put on a few events out in the community, and this is one of them. We have the full blue moon coming up. It is shamanic blue moon ceremony gathering on Gulfport Beach at 7:45 on the 30th. And so we would love for you to join us. Let's see. So I'm going to share this to my community page and then my regular page. All right. I think we're good to go. So I hope everybody's having a nice evening. So if you'd like a reading, jump on and let me know. I have a bunch of cards here. Let's see. I love intuitive decks. I've been in the intuitive arts for probably about, 20 years or more. And so I don't really need the decks anymore, but they offer awesome visuals. And I really always love the artistry and the energy of the decks. I have many, many decks with me tonight. I think I have like maybe 12 decks. I pulled them all out tonight. And so there are a lot of different ones to choose from. There are many ways that our intuition can come to us. One is what's called clairvoyance, which is kind of like having a movie screen on the front part of your brain, or maybe, it's a way of seeing images. And so I have that gift. And so I'll see images or I'll see little movie clips. Also, clairaudience, which is where you can actually hear information. And so like whether it be little words or little snippets of words or phrases, or you can hear full sentences depending on your gift. And so there's clairaudience, there's clairsentience, which is the knowing. There's clairgustance, which is taste. There are many other clair words, but basically intuitive information can come to us in all different ways. And so I'm a big believer in intuitive connection and the awesome information it can give us in terms of guiding our hearts and our lives and our steps forward. Let's see. I have some of my favorite decks. I have a new deck, which I just got this about a week ago, and it's called the Healing Waters Oracle. And it's the author of this deck is Rebecca Campbell. I really like how they construct the boxes for these decks. Very artistic and very intricate and beautiful. And these cards all have a very interesting artistic kind of feel to them. They're a little bit dolly-like in the way that the art on them is made. Let's see, it kind of overlaps images, which I think is pretty cool. And so let's see. Like this is the outside of them, which is very flowy and very watery. And then, but like this image is overlaying like roses and water and like a woman, if you can see this. I thought this kind of cool. Like you can see all the different imagery being overlapped. And so, sure, Ashley. Where are you from, Ashley? And where are you finding me from? What page? I'm going to pull from this deck actually for you. Let's see. First card for you. It says cleansing. Releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. I feel it's about you letting go. I feel it's like a person and some habits that are not serving you. That's what this deck is for. And so if you just have some things in your life you don't really want in your life, just let them go. I feel it might be hard for a couple of days, but ultimately you'll feel better. And whoever you're meant to let go of, they're just saying they're not good for your heart. They're not good for your heart. It says the waterfall is the next one. It says inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place. It's all about stepping up into who you are and really claiming who you are and learning how to do that. So they're encouraging that process and you doing that. The sweet waters is the next one. It says sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. And so I don't feel this is right now in terms of the romance stuff, but sensuality is all about living life to the fullest, stepping into our bodies, experiencing our bodies differently, but really like the richness of life and really noticing the details and eating great food and connecting to our bodies, whether that be, exercise or the ocean or other things but that I feel like the more self-care that you do in that area, it will prepare you for your next relationship and being strong for that next relationship. Last one. It says the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? It says body care and take a breath. But see the resting. You see the person resting, kind of in the forest. This is all about you just taking like a breath and really connecting to yourself, and really getting still and practicing the stillness. Getting quiet, whether that be meditation or breath work. I do a lot of acupuncture on myself, um, and so but you're really getting acquainted with yourself again in a different way, in a gentler way. So I hope that's helpful. Ashley, nice to meet you. I don't know if you're local, but there is a wonderful community, Unity of Gulfport, New Thought Community of Gulfport, that meets at the Gulfport Casino at 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. Welcome to join us. I would love cards. Well, I'm Alicia in St. Pete. Well, hi, Alicia. Welcome. How did you find me on here, the video? What group are you in? How did you find me? Are you on my regular page or are you on my community page? So I always like to see who jumps on and who. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ashley. I hope that's helpful. So how I pick the decks for people is I'll scan them visually, and usually the colors will pop out. And so it's on Meetup. Okay, from Unity of Gulfport. Okay, well, welcome. And so the Archangel Oracle cards are kind of jumping out. This deck is my oldest deck of all the decks here. It is one of my favorites. It always reminds me about gratitude when I touch it. I received this deck in my lowest moment of my life, one of them. So when I look at that deck, I think, wow, I've come a long way in 11 years. So, but yeah, grateful for this deck and all that I've experienced in those 11 years. And so, Alicia, let's see what we have here. 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All readings are done on a donation basis to the church. I forgot to mention that. For those of you that are guided to make a donation, the information is above this video. And it can be done on PayPal, which is unityofgulfport@gmail.com, or Venmo, which is at Unity of Gulfport. Or on the website, unityofgulfport.org/give. All right, Alicia. It says the first one is outdoors. It says go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. I just feel like the sky and being outside would be really helpful. I feel like there's some debris in your auric field or in this area of your energy field. And I just feel like you being outside near trees and nature and the sky will be so good for your heart. So, and your mind specifically. So get outdoors. That's the message for you, Alicia. Spread your wings. It says, Archangel Ariel states, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So that's all about stepping up into our gifts and having confidence in our gifts and really stepping out and not being afraid to shine with our gifts. And so I hope that's always a little bit of a daunting card, right? Because anytime we step out of our comfort zone, there's often just a little bit of fear or a little bit of trepidation or resistance. But they're just saying, hey, you have such goodness inside of you. Step out and shine in whatever way you're really guided to shine. This one is Claire Sentience. It says, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So you have these gifts. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but I feel like you have a very strong mind, which can sometimes block these gifts. And so this is just guidance too. If you're drawn to the intuitive arts or metaphysical arts, then this would be a really good time to explore some of that. But to know that you have the gift. It's just a matter of connecting to it. Usually it's clearing out some emotional stuff or getting really grounded and clear within yourself that allows you to then access it. Spiritual understanding is your power card, which it's the most important card of the pull. It says, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols to help you understand spiritual truths. So this card to me is always about stepping beyond what our mind knows and stepping into kind of spirit mind and the greater awareness of things rather than getting stuck in our ego mind and limited mind. It's about stepping out kind of almost with our consciousness expanding outward and connecting to divine energy, divine insight. That's why this event is called Divine Insights, right? So intuitive information flowing through our consciousness out into our lives, whether we step up and embrace it or not. And so so they're wanting you to connect to your spiritual understanding of things and not your more human ego-based kind of thinking, if that makes sense. So if you're stuck on a certain issue and you know you're stuck and your mind is spinning about it, they're wanting you to just kind of step beyond it and connect to a more spiritual understanding. And so I kind of describe spiritual understanding in terms of almost like the bird's eye view. Like if you were to back up and see things from space, how would they look in terms of like your greater understanding of all things happening for your highest and greatest good? So I hope that's helpful. So welcome. Glad you're here tonight. Who else would like a reading? I have the Shaman deck. I have the Daily Guidance from Your Angels deck. I have the Journey of Love deck. I have the Medicine Woman Oracle deck. I have Mother Mary deck. I have the Everyday Witch deck, which I love. What Natalie, my friend Natalie, gave me this. But you see the little kitty in each of the and on the front, but each one of these cards has a little kitty on them. And I am a ridiculous cat lover. My kitty, my 23-year-old kitty, which is a feisty old thing. She is feisty and not so nice, but oh, do I love her, and she knows it. And so she is. Sometimes she'll come and meow, but she's running the show in the background. Let's see. We have the Healing Waters deck. I've been getting in the ocean more, which has been so nice. I love the ocean. Oh, you're welcome, Alicia. It's been so nice. I've been getting into the ocean more. Let's see. Mother Mary deck is calling me, so I'll start pulling cards for me if nobody hops in. I love these decks because they always offer some positive energy, maybe when your mind is stuck, or I'm always impressed that these cards and usually the writings. That was a jumper. I am craving a hot fudge sundae. I must admit, I've been for the last 3 hours. I haven't had a hot fudge sundae in like months because I've been off sugar for I've gave up sugar, gluten, dairy, corn. What else? Sugar, gluten, dairy, corn, nightshades. What else? I think that's been it. But that's a lot. But anyway, tonight I am craving that ice cream sundae. I must admit. 23, yes. Oh, yay! How wonderful you get to groom cats. Cuddles is old now, so she doesn't really care about her grooming. But that's wonderful that you get to spend time with kitties. That reminds me, I have a dear friend who's an even bigger, she's my Facebook friend, one of my favorites. And, oh, another jumper. And it's her birthday today, so I think I'm going to get my old cat and make her a happy birthday video and send it to her because like I thought I was ridiculous about my cat ladiness, and she is an even bigger cat lady than me, if that's even possible, and she is. So that's something to celebrate in my ridiculous cat lady mind. But yeah, I'm going to sing to her with old Cuddles, which of course Cuddles will not be so happy with. But yeah, she's 23. And she likes to supervise me. She can't like get up on the bed anymore because she can't jump or even climb stairs or anything. So she calls me down to work next to her so she can supervise me, which is so cute. So I end up laying on the ground with my computer. I'm writing my second book, and so she's there. Sometimes she'll put her little paw on me to like supervise. She's always been that way. Yeah, she's a precious soul thing. 18, 1, 2, 3, 4. 16, 18. All right, this is like that. Okay. So Mother Mary is one of my most sacred spiritual deities. Ever since I was very, very little, my mother had a statue of her in the corner. My mother was very, very sick growing up. And so I I connected very strongly to Mother Mary. And so that's where my reading is coming from tonight. So the first card for me, until somebody would like a reading, feel free to interrupt me. First card that I picked is devotion. So that's been coming up a lot for me the last couple of weeks. What, in terms of the purity of devotion, and what is it that I really want to like dedicate my life to, and what does that look like for my, the joyful energy of my heart. And so when I look at that word, it makes me feel, sure, Linda, it makes me think about the energy when you walk into a Catholic church, or I don't know if you've ever been like that high vibration, etheric, spiritual energy. That's what this word of devotion means. And also that feeling of feeling so devoted in my own heart to something like that. Because I've always been such a hardcore athlete. And so that like all in, like totally immersing. Alicia, may I have one? Alicia. Did I miss? Oh, there's two Alicias. Okay. So Linda's first, and then Alicia Driscoll. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to do Linda McClure first. Let's see. All right, Linda, this one's, usually I don't use this deck, but it's stepping out. These are a little bit harder to read because they're very abstract, these cards. They're a great deck, but I usually don't use them in this format. Let's see. I'll go back to my reading after the other two. It's a little hot tonight. I've been out there walking in the sun. Let's see. 6. I love these cards. I just snooze a card. 1 second. Hold on. Okay. One second. We're going to do that again. These cards, I like the whimsical nature on the front. It's like, that's what I think love should be like. Woo! Whatever we love, like that much joy and happiness as we love and as we walk through that experience of loving in all the ways, including kitty cats. Let's see. All right, Linda, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Normally these decks are all about another person, but these cards are about you. And almost like the Fire and Ice card, I keep asking, like, Fire and Ice is all about dualities. Like, especially in the area of romantic endeavors and romantic interactions. Like, there's like the fiery, like, Eros love, or that's very based on like physicality and sexuality and intensity. And then there's like the parts of us that are the more nuancy type things, like the energetic connections and the nuances of feeling safe with somebody, or the peacefulness inside, or the noticing somebody's consistency, or something like that. And also like the duality of ourselves, right? So we have all those different both human elements within ourselves and spiritual, metaphysical, energetic elements within ourselves. And this, when I'm asking, like, tell me for Linda, why did I pull this card? And they're wanting you to accept all aspects of yourself in your heart, what you label good, bad, and different, like all of you, almost like just totally come to a place of acceptance with all you are and every action you ever made here, and then come to a place of peace with it. That's what they're wanting. Because this card, that beauty, it's about really recognizing your own beauty. I feel like there's a part of you that they're wanting you to work a little bit on self-love and really nurturing your own heart, and really doing a lot of self-care around your own heart. Because I feel they're wanting you to recognize the beauty of you. That's what I'm getting for that card. Last one. Yin Yang lover, but this is about loving the self again. I mean, I keep asking. But yin yang is all about balance. And there's something about you obtaining a certain level of balance between the mind, the emotions, and the spirit. that will really greatly enhance your journey back to the self. Because I feel I don't know if it's in a relationship or being over busy or something like that, where there's like some type of loss of connection between you and your core self, and I'm wanting you to reconnect that. Hi, Laura. Yes, you're third. I hope that's helpful, Linda. I know this card's a little bit abstract, but it's a good deck. I hope that's helpful. Alicia. First one, it says, leader of the light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? That's a great card. It's all about service. I always believe that when we're serving in the area that we're most meant to serve, that's where we can find our joy. Like that's the purest form of our joy is in the service. So the question is asking you about you getting clear, like where do you want to serve? That's, beyond the prosperity, like beyond money stuff, beyond anything. Where does your heart really want to show up to make a difference on the earth? That's what I really wanted you to think about like lately. So it's Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. So you have a lot of spiritual momentum and positive karma around you. And so know that you're saying call in your angels more. They're there to help you. They're wanting you to touch base, to connect to your spiritual allies. And that you do have many around you, so that they're encouraging you to call them in. You have like a lot of positive momentum in this lifetime, like positive spiritual karma and spiritual momentum. Last one, what has no bearing on what will be? What does your idea look like and feel like? This is all about you not looking at the present circumstances as it being the end all. They're saying it's almost like they're reminding you, hey, you can manifest anything you want in your life. You're welcome, Linda. Thank you. But they're wanting you to remember that. So when you look around at things, whether it be a relationship or work or whatever it is, this is not the end. This is not the end all of your life. Like know that major changes are possible and that you have positive manifestation abilities. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you for being here tonight. Just a reminder, all the donations or all the readings are done on donation basis. The donation information is, I believe, above this video in the little paragraph or directly below it. If anybody feels guided to make a donation, we certainly appreciate it. All donations go to the church. They also can be made on PayPal, unityofgulfport@gmail.com, Venmo, which is @unityofgulfport, or on the website, unityofgulfport.org/give. So you're welcome, Linda. You're welcome, Alicia. All right, Laura. So I'm guided to this deck, which is the Kitty Cat deck. For me, it's the most joyful deck of all my decks here. There's a great joy in this deck. And my friend is very joyful. Natalie has a lot of great joyful energy. And so she always reads for me. She just did a reading for me a couple days ago from this deck. Yeah, it's very joyful. I always look at it and feel happy inside. All right, Laura. A lot of people have passed on in the last couple of weeks, last 10 days. So there's a lot of, I know 3 people that have passed on. First card, Laura, it says water magic. Like this is about connecting to the energy of water around you. Spiritually, emotionally, like getting your body into the water. If you can't actually get to the water, like a body of water, I would get an Epsom salt bath. Just getting the water around you. It's important right now for spiritual, and emotional reasons. Okay, Laura, it says prayers and wishes. This is all about spiritual kind of connection and using spiritual tools. So prayers are all about, those are powerful energy. Prayers are. and wishes. That's kind of a manifestation, right? If we frame it in a different way. So about using your spiritual tools more and not forgetting the power of them and the potential that they carry. Change and progress is very much around you at this time. But look at the energy coming off of around him. That indicates to me that almost anything that you want is possible. You just have to show up with your heart all in and take action. Last card for you. Connect. I like the image of this. Look at the image. They're wanting you to connect more. I know you have these gifts as well, but I feel like you're not connecting to your gift throughout the day or enough, because I feel like there's information they want to give you and help guide you with, but you're not connecting enough. It's like your brain has been busy, or you've been busy, or something is distracting you away from your connection to source, and they're wanting to connect with you more. And so I would tap in more in whatever ways that you tap in. I know for me, I do intuitive journaling, I do cards, I do meditation, I'll do acupuncture with meditation, or I'll do meditative walking, things like that. But they're wanting you to use your intuitive tools and gifts more for yourself and almost connect on almost every decision. And so I hope that's helpful. Welcome, Laura. Good to see you. All right. So I'm going back to my reading until somebody would like a reading. Let's see. The next card on I pulled from the Mother Mary deck. It says present moment. And when I look at this card, it's a mother holding a baby. And think about it, for those of you that have little people around you, it's all about, the beauty of really connecting to the moment. Not been in the ocean lately. Okay, so Laura says she hasn't been in the ocean lately. Okay, yes, I need to use those more. Definitely a lot of change going on. I understand. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you too, honey. So present moment is all about really honoring the present moment and not being in my head so much. So that's a good reminder to not be in my head so much. Compassion. That's a really good card to pull, especially if you're irritated with people or just kind of in the ego mind rather than the spiritual mind. And I ponder that a lot, especially if I'm triggered by something or rattled by something, and I'm watching my human brain kind of go into its ego-based thinking, and then I'll switch to what does my spiritual mind and my spiritual awareness say about the situation, rather than my human mind. And that's always helpful to me in some ways, in many ways, almost always, because I don't get caught up in my human stuff. And this is, caring. Let's see. It says, heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. It's a good card, the energy and awareness of caring. And this is my power card, ironically. Let's see what my power card has to say. It says, inner child. I nurture the child within through playfulness and self-care. I'm a big believer in inner child work, especially if you've gone through any type of childhood trauma or childhood dysfunction in the family. It's beautiful work. There's some great books by last name of Bradshaw. I forgot the first. John Bradshaw. Really good work. Tapping into our inner child and really nurturing ourselves, and then integrating, our adult consciousness and inner child consciousness. That really is usually running the show if we're not working on it. Let's see, would anybody else like a reading? I'm going to pull a couple healing water cards. I haven't done a lot with this deck yet. Anybody else want a reading? One, two, three. Okay, first card. This one jumped. Into the unknown. Underworld, depth, courage. Facing your fears. It's a good card. I like this, like the abyss, right? Deep sea diving. Way of the mystic. Learn through experiencing. Depths. So diving deeper. You ever see that saying with a mermaid where it says something like, "Oh, I was like, I was born for deep waters and have a fear of shallow," or something. Yeah, I forget the wording around the mermaid quote. Let's see. It says, "Beneath the surface, what's really driving you? True motives in breaking free." That's always important to know, is our why. Why are we doing certain things? And then in that awareness, deciding if what we're doing is in our highest and best, and what we're really wanting to manifest in our lives, and the motives behind for why we're doing things is always great clarity. All right. Would anybody else like a reading? We're at half an hour. I hope everybody's having a great night. I'll pull 2 more cards from the Unshakable Inner Peace deck, and then I'm going to call it a night if nobody else wants a reading. I love the title of that deck, Unshakable Inner Peace. Let's see what. Your true tribe can't show up until you do. How can you show up more of the real you? That's a really great reminder of really being authentic. Come together, we need each other. Where have you been separating yourself or pushing against others and the world? It's all about connection. Really, a lot of jumping cards, or either that or I'm clumsy tonight. Last card from this deck. You are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. That's a great reminder of manifestation. What thought patterns do you need to shift? I'm really thinking about that. I'm being more aware of my thoughts and my words in terms of vibration and manifestation. Let's see. All right. I think I'm going to do a collective reading, and then I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much to everybody that has been on here this evening. Usually I don't do it from the abstract deck. This deck is very abstract, so it'll be interesting to see how the collective reading. And this is called Journey of Love deck. And normally I don't do the collective readings from this deck because it's a little bit abstract. There's great writing though. This is Ilana Fairchild. This is our collective reading for the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, here we go. Collective reading. Oh, that's a good card. Just for a moment, joy. So we feel that energy of, I love that idea. Just for a moment, joy. Bringing more joy energy into the week, into our minds, into our hearts for the week. Ooh. The space, this is the card, one of my favorite cards. The space between the words. So rather than letting our human mind almost to see things only at literal value, whether that be words people say, interactions we have with people around us, taking a moment to step back and say, okay, what's really going on? Let me see the totality of things from a spiritual perspective. And am I grounded and connected while I'm in the experience? But really, the space between the words, is in the nuances of the details, in the nuances of our interactions, in the nuances of our relationship with the self. I'm really paying attention to those nuances and the space between the words and how valuable and important they are because they tell us so much. Dance of the Planets. Let me see what they say about this one. It's obvious from the. It's about showing up, actually. If you look at the card and the people in it, it's like the Dance of the Planet is really like stepping out and up into whatever that's calling us. Because when we're able to do that, then things will come to us in different ways, and it allows us to manifest what we're really wanting. But a piece of that is getting clear as to what we really want, but then taking action and getting out there and showing up fully and shining in whatever ways that we're guided. And I love this. Look, if you look, the light is in that motion, in the showing up. And I believe that when we show up fully and completely, that's where the divine is, and that energy supports us and fulfills our hearts, and fulfills our hearts and souls. This card says the bride offers herself, but when I touch it, it's all about surrender. It's all about showing up in faith and letting go of the control and allowing the universe to guide us, and to almost blindly, almost in a blind way in some ways, but really showing up fully, but then surrendering to the wisdom of the divine, or what the divine is doing in the universe, that intricate dance. And so that's what this card's about. Showing up fully, but then surrendering to the wisdom of the divine, whatever is showing up to portray that. So I hope that's helpful, everyone. So good to see everybody. Hold on a second. I just received a text. 1 second. Okay, that's nice. So thank you so much, Linda, for the donation. We so appreciate it. Anything else? We have the shamanic blue moon ceremony on Gulfport Beach on the 30th, and it's at 7:45 p.m. We are still finalizing the details of that gathering, but it's always just a wonderful time of connection and connecting to each other, to our own hearts, to the sky, to the spiritual energy of the water. It's just a beautiful time out in the outside by the water. And the moon is in the energy of Pisces. I'm a Pisces. But it really is I want to be about connecting to the heart and connecting to the hearts of the people that we've loved, our ancestors, and a few of the things. And so anyway, I'm excited to lead the moon ceremony. Reverend Kimberly Harrell will be doing the meditation. And what else? Let's see. We have Sunday service at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday at the Gulfport Casino. And then we have Reverend Kimberly's meditation in Veterans Park in Gulfport at 11:30 a.m. on Wednesdays. I do this every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I'm trying to think of anything else that's coming up. We have a musical showcase coming up. I want to say in October. I think that's October. I'm not sure what weekend, but that's a really cool musical showcase with blues, I think. Something like blues. And I know there's a father-son or a father with two-son trio. What else? Let's see. I'm available for private readings if anybody is interested in a private reading. What else? That's it, I think. So also, if anybody has any questions about health in any way, I'm a chiropractor that does acupuncture and functional medicine, which is precise nutrition that helps the body rebalance in any way cellularly. Cells are the divine to me. So anyway, feel free to reach out at any time. Many blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll talk to you. Oh, hi, Jenny. Jenny, would you like a reading? I'm about ready to hop off. Would you like a reading before I hop off? Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well, Jenny. Hope you're having a good day and good week. All right, I guess people have jumped off. So many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon. Much love and take care. Oh, if possible. Okay. Let me do a quick reading for Jenny, and then I'm going to hop off and probably go cuddle my old kitty. I am resisting my hot fudge sundae. I've been good for 5 or 6 weeks now. And so maybe I'll eat a date instead. All right, Jenny, this is the deck. All donations are done on a donation basis to the church. For those of you that feel guided to donate, we so appreciate you and your support. That information is found above or below the video and can be done on PayPal at unityofgulfport@gmail or Venmo, which is at unityofgulfport. Oh, we got a jumper, Jenny. All right. I'm hearing 3 and 17. 3, 4. Okay. That was a double jumper. So let's see what this one says for you, Jenny. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Oh, that's a really good And it has I love Mother Mary, and it has Mother Mary on there. It's all about nurturing our own hearts and learning how to do that, which can be a little tricky sometimes. They're wanting you to be nice to yourself and gentle with your heart. The age of light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. So I feel you have a big calling to serve here, Jenny. I'm not sure if you've figured out what area, but I really feel that your heart really wants to make a difference. And that you're very much called to serve. And so that's a beautiful thing. It's a little bit different than how a lot of us show up, but they're wanting you to really go towards your calling to do that. They're wanting you to invest or kind of get out there and explore and figure out what the right fit, because I think you'll be so much happier. This card, it says the crumbling. What are you clinging to? So this is all about honoring our darkness, honoring our emotional wounds, going a little deeper, and not being afraid of the darkness. That's one of the reasons why I like doing the new moon ceremony and gathering, because it's an honoring of the dark parts of our lives and the healing and the preparation for when it's time to do maybe bigger things or scarier things or whatever our calling is. And so I'm a big believer that when we're able to go deep and feel our old wounds, whatever they may be, that it's in the experience of releasing that energy that our soul is really liberated, and that we're able to really embrace more joy and connection and passion in our lives. And so that's what they're just encouraging me to do, to not be afraid of anything inside in any way, and to just honor it as a way. It's almost like a pathway to healing and a pathway to the joy, if that makes sense, Jenny. Last one, this power card. It says, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecute. It says expression. So they're wanting you to get out and keep connecting with people. I know because of location-wise, that can be a little difficult in moments, but they're wanting you to even reach out to people once in a while and say, hey, you want to have coffee? You want to have breakfast? Do you want to go here? You want to go movie? And what they're emphasizing about that is if they say no, know that it doesn't have anything to do with you. Oftentimes it's because they're just unavailable and they're just busy, or maybe they're walking through stuff. To not take anything personally, but to keep seeking your tribe, to make the effort to be around people, but most importantly, to connect in whatever ways you can and whatever ways that people respond to, because not everybody is emotionally available, and they're just wanting your heart to know that's not about you. It's just people are busy, or maybe they're struggling with something and they want to be alone or whatever it is. So, but to keep trying, because I feel the more people around you, you'll be happier, and that you'll find your tribe that actually is available to go do fun stuff with you and stuff like that. So I hope that's helpful, Jenny. Many blessings to you. Good to see you on here. I just want to hold, some sacred space for some people that have passed this week. A member of our community, Victoria, passed. I believe it was either last night or the night before, no, it was the night before, a day and a half ago. And I just want to hold just a moment of sacred space for her. And I know Dr. Gale's son just passed, and my stepsister just passed. So I just wanted to, and if any of you just, have had people passing or have had loved ones pass recently, I just want to hold some sacred space just for their journeys and honoring and blessing their lives and all the gifts that we received from their presence here, and just connecting with our hearts for a moment. Honoring all that they were here and all they will continue to be on the other side. And so just holding some sacred space for those sacred individuals that journeyed here with us and taught us valuable things. And I will never forget that I had this picture of Victoria, and she had dressed up as a superhero, and she got on stage and she wanted to share hope with people, hope around healing and resilience. And she so inspired me with her courage, and I just wanted to hold sacred space for just the passage and the sacredness of connection. And so anyway, much love and many blessings to all of you. Hi, Maria. So good to see you. I'm sending so much love. I'll pull one card for you and then I have to go. Let's see. But oh, so nice to have you here, Maria. So I'm hearing an 18 too. Okay, this card's for you. It says, take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth right now? So that's all about looking at your life and connecting more deeply to it and yourself and your heart and expressing that out into the world. I believe creatively. I think you're going to be drawn to something creative. And it says, oh, this is a good card, Maria. You can make it through, it says. Your higher self is always guiding you. What wisdom does your higher self have for you? Isn't that beautiful? All right, dear. Much love, Maria. Good to see you. So good to see everybody on here. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. So much love, many blessings. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.